Hi guys, Bill, Mufasajeep. I just wanted to give you guys an update. We're waiting for fenders, and we haven't done any rock lighting or any of that stuff. So there's a little bit of stuff left on the list, but I was just going to go over the list with you today because it was a big day for letting go of the stuff that we pulled out of the Jeep, like the stock stuff. So that's why I said this will be a budget build. It helps us out in building it because there's a lot of people that have Sport S's or other Jeeps and they wanted the LED headlights, for instance. I sold today. The whole stock suspension because it was a Rubicon, it had the red shocks. People paid a little bit of money for that. So we'll go over that stuff first. The bumper I sold for 100. My old subwoofer out of old Mufasa I sold for 200. I did a Skyjacker return. Their brace was all janky, so that gave me $118 back. I didn't need it. I just wanted it because it makes the the bar underneath there makes it so much stronger. Stock tires and rims because the Jeep only had 71 miles on it. I sold those real quick for 450 bucks. Stock headlights I sold for 150. Stock suspension I sold for 200, totaling $1,218. So we go over here. I did the bumper and paint for 190, the door guard, decals, body lift, driving lights, side steps, headlights, D-rings and fair lead, spare tire delete, lift kit, and that's where we stopped last week is right at that lift kit. So lift kit's installed, and then this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I worked on running tires over to our favorite off-road shop, Prodigy Off-Road Fort Myers. I'm really thankful for those guys because who else can balance 40s? They're about 35 minutes away, so I'd load two in a truck, run them over to Prodigy Off-Road, which they do a really, really good job. They're an amazing group, and they're just not just an off-road shop. They're like a family to us. So shout out to Prodigy Off-Road. We're very close with them, and having them to have our backs in some of these crazy builds we do, it's amazing because if I get jammed up, I'll reach out to them and they'll help me out. And it's good to have a shop that knows Jeeps better than I've ever seen anybody know Jeeps in our backyard. So we're very thankful we have them. So they mounted and balanced it. They balanced the tires. I brought them back here and herked one up at a time and got it on the Jeep. The things weigh like 150, 140 pound, 35, something like that a piece with the rim. So rims were 705. The tires were 1457 for 40s. I shopped around and found those Cantai Tierra Commander RTXs, and I'll tell you about those. They're pretty good. Um, so the mountain balance was a total bill of $240. Then I got this under bumper and lights, which I didn't need, but I just really wanted, and I thought it set the Jeep off really well. So that brings us to a total of $5,564, minus the stuff we sold over here, which is $1,218. Right now, as this Jeep sits, the build is at $4,346 spent. That's pretty cheap, especially when we take a look at this thing. Here it is. So 4-inch lift kit's on, bumpers on, a 12-inch light bar. I don't think I added that into the cost, but it's like 45 bucks or 59 bucks, something like that. I'll add it in on next week's. This is the under bumper. You can see I haven't wired anything in yet. I just got this mounted. This has side shooters, so all of these on either side are going to light up amber. Obviously, these light up amber, those light up amber, those light up amber. It's a whole thing with Mufasa Jeep. And we'll take you around the side and show you what this thing looks like now. It's pretty, I'm very happy with it. So, 40s. 40s fit. We have more than enough space, and I haven't even pulled these fenders yet to put the other shorter fenders on, which is going to give us even more room. So you could see, I mean, I got more than a hand here, and then once we take these off, it's gonna be up here. So we got tons of space for these 40s. Same with the back. Back's a little tighter back here. I can take a fist, almost get a fist in there. So we got about that much space back there. Not as much space, but when our suspension works, it should be rocking back. I don't know that it rocks forward ever. So there it is. But I mean, you take a step back, this thing is it's big. I mean, I'm 5'4", and it's a it's a big boy. This thing's a monster. Yeah, so I'm very happy with what's happened so far. We did try to put a decal on the other side. Guys, it's hotter than Hades out here. It's 100 degrees. The door the decal consumed this whole portion of the door, and then there was more pieces. We tried to tackle the biggest piece today. we're not sticker install or decal installers or vinyl installers, whatever it is. You guys that do that, you're awesome. Like it's a patience thing. I think you're doing it inside a air conditioned garage too, which helps. I mean, we're out here in the elements and the wind. I'm gonna end up probably having to pay somebody to do that because it's so super difficult. And then we've got a real feel this week of 109 one day. I think it was like Wednesday, and then that heat on the paint, and then I could put an easy up, but it doesn't really. I mean, then what? The wind blows and knocks it into the truck and scratches it. So there's a whole thing there. Um, we're not going to do that. I'm just gonna. It's too much stress. It stresses me out because now here I am. I tried to do something I shouldn't have tried to do, and now I have to pay for another decal, which we'll go over whenever the decal gets installed. So there's that. So it's a little bit stressful, but things happen. It ain't gonna go perfect. If it went perfect, I don't even know. Like you gotta set up. You gotta understand like doing this, you're gonna run into bumps and you're gonna run into hurdles, and it's something where you just got to put your head down and just keep going, and it'll come together. Like it really will. And you're gonna have some things that are not gonna go your way, and you just gotta sometimes step away and come back at it with a fresh mind, and you'll get it. It's not that hard. So I mean we do 99.9% of this all ourselves. This whole build so far has been just built by me, and then obviously I don't have a tire balancing machine, so thank God for Prodigy Off-Road because they're the only ones I know in this whole area that could take a set of 40s and balance them out. This thing drives straight as an arrow, and it is super smooth. I've never had a truck or a Jeep this big on 40s ride as smooth, and that's kind of why I went with this hybrid tire. These new TX tires that everybody's making, Can Tire is calling them the RTX. They got big lugs and they look pretty aggressive, but they act very, very smooth on the road. So we haven't had them in wet conditions or mud or anything like that. So that's yet to be seen. But for now, we have 40s on a brand new 2026 JLUR, and I'm happy with it. So keep watching for more videos. We're waiting for those fenders. We got the inner liners, but there's no sense of doing the inner liners without the fenders and then the rock lights. And then usually you mount your rock lights to your inner fender. So it's a whole, it all goes kind of together, and it's no sense in doing one part without the other because you need to go backwards. So we're just going to go ahead and once we get all of it, then we'll do inner liners. I'll at least mount the rock lights, and then there's going to be a bunch of wiring I got to do with all this stuff up front. But we're getting there. So stay tuned. You'll get to see more here soon.